who kindly remind you that squirt is pee.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. What's new and exciting? Good morning, good morning. Who all is here? How about those Falcons, right? What? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I know. It's crazy to say we are the #1 defense in the league and the #2 offense. Yes. I wish our record reflected that a little more. Yeah, it's a weird thing to wake up to. Bashan, as he is called, is he's a fast man. He's a fast man. A lovely man. Maisie very much enjoyed seeing that. Not the fumble. What were you thinking, Ryan, when because I told TC, when the ball got punched.
The first play of the game? I was like, of course this is happening to Daniel.
This is the Falcons.
I started laughing
He loved it. He loved it. He goes, bad start.
Yeah.
I turned it off.
Well, you know what?
I turned off the TV.
When they and then the God, I forgot the name of the announcer, but he's like, and this is going to be on the Falcons, so it's going to be Bill's ball. He fucked up by calling it too early like that. Like announcers shouldn't do that unless they're 100% sure, because once they said that, that's when I text you, and then all of a sudden, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get a White Claw. Rand got a White Claw. Pouring in the eyes.
Watch my friends.
And then,
exciting.
And then I come back, and then I'm like, whoosh, why do the Falcons have the ball? You know, like I was confused. And then I was like, I had to rewind it to be like, oh.
I turned it off too early.
Penalty on the Bills, yeah. And then,
I went upstairs. I had already turned it off. You're right. It was his fault because I heard that.
Usually they don't do that.
He said
that's a mistake. I'm sure he's kicking himself today about it.
Yeah, because that's what the stuff that they keep a track of, and then they're like, why'd I do that?
They don't. The announcers that call the game, I'm always like very impressed by how little mistakes they make.
Oh, it's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? For something going live like that. And
Chris Fowler. Yeah.
Like making sure all the players' names are said correctly and stats and real time. Like, I look at those guys, I'm like, God damn, like what they're doing is so hard. And then the bouncing off each other, not stepping on each other, like knowing when the other person's stopping, going, like there's a rhythm to it that they're really good at it. I'm like, this is underappreciated, like how good these guys are at calling a live game with that much audience. Like, in being scrutinized, every single word you're saying, is scrutinized. And
I thought at one point I wanted to do something in sports broadcasting, not because
of a lot of pressure
of sports, as much as the way you broadcast in it. Like the NASCAR guys are really good at that too, when they're doing just sections of the track. But then they hand it off to other people that catch the other side.
Yeah.
So when you hear them do it, you're like, well, how the fuck did you do that? Because you're not looking, how do you know when to end is my point.
That they practice that for sure. Like I remember, I'm pretty sure it was like Chris Collinsworth.
It was Chris Collinsworth. Yeah.
On like Real Sports or whatever. And they're just like, he calls games to practice during the week and stuff. And like, these guys are doing shit that I think a lot of people are like, they just show up and they're football fans. They know, it's like you don't understand the prep work.
Mark Sanchez, he's just a show up guy, right?
Some of the former players, yeah. Because the
color
guys.
He's doing before the game, not the game, right? He's an analyst before the game. I feel like you can drink. If you're just on that panel, but if you're in NFL game day, you can drink all day.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could do that.
There's 20 people
Gronk
out there.
is smoking weed. Everybody's high. They're all fucking around. The one lady, were you watching it? The one lady. This is why women. Sorry, ladies, but this is why you get villainized in sports. I'm watching the game from the Tottenham, the England game. It's from Tottenham Stadium. She says, and we'll be back live from Tottenham Hot Stepper Stadium.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, Tottenham Hot Stepper? Yeah. That's not even a thing. Or Tottenham Hopper. Tottenham Hopper Stadium is what she said. My wife screamed. Andrew goes, ah! You should be instantly fired if you get the place wrong. No, you gotta go. You gotta go. Especially if you're a lady. We expected more out of you. Because people are waiting for the ladies to mess up. And when you mess up that big Tottenham Hopper Stadium, I screamed. All right, would you like to start?
Again, a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
I give it to him because
and
I couldn't do that shit.
we mess up on this show all the time.
Yeah.
We get our clients' names wrong.
yeah. But we're like, we're a comedy show. And they're like, they're fucking it up. But
we're like, no, the listeners like it. It's more memorable when we get your name wrong.
There's so many people watching, too. And it's like, I'm sure that one mispronunciation.
Not a bit. That makes it better when you do that, I feel like, right?
That one mispronunciation.
Of all the words, not saying right.
All right, buddy. Good warm-up.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about our weekends. Would you like to? I'll start. I don't normally start. I'll start. Here we go. Tuesday. In 3, 2. It is another A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. So, what'd you do this weekend, dude?
Man, I did something that I absolutely love, and I'm just going to go in all, like, super random, shake up the mason jar order. I smoked a pork butt.
All right.
I'm going to will this into existence. This is going to happen. I bought a $15 pork butt again from Wild Fork, the frozen meat store that I want to work with, and I'm going to will it into existence. Tom and Dan will be working hand in hand with Wild Fork. They'll call us their wildest, most forkable partner that they've ever worked with. They're like, these Wild Forkers.
You've been talking about it for a minute.
Dude, it's a $15 pork butt. The thing was like almost 10 pounds. I smoked it, and just the quality is just so much better. So that's enough for their free advertisement. But smoking a pork butt outside.
We've gotten a lot of clients. That's how we got Jeff's Bagel Run.
I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, because you started going to Jeff's Bagel Run.
We are your mother forkers. I can do it better than any because it's so good. It's really, really good meat. My kid loves pork. She loves meat. She's kind of fueled on it. So we stopped into the old Wild Fork. They had another big sale. We get another one of those unbelievable $15 pork butts.
Yep.
And threw it on the smoker. And man, I got to tell you, I love my little Traeger. I got the little one. I don't have anything fancy. But do you know, want to hear a funny stat that I figured out this weekend?
What?
I got one of the first ever pellet grills in Orlando, Florida.
Really?
I had a Green Mountain pellet grill in 2005. My mom and Andrea purchased me a Green Mountain. I found the paperwork. This is how I know. 2005.
2005?
2005, I had a pellet grill.
20 years ago?
Dude, nobody had pellet grills.
Yeah.
Nobody had them. Not even like our buddies that are chefs had pellet grills. I had one of the first.
That was before podcasts.
Yeah, it was like right around the time I was getting into podcasting.
Pellets before pod?
So I went and I found the paperwork for my Green Mountain Grill. By the way, my Green Mountain Grill I think it's still running. Our buddy Tony Munjet now is the owner of my Green Mountain Pellet Grill. Still works.
Man, you give away some top quality stuff. Like, my God.
If you hang around me long enough, I'll give you some electronics.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want a record player? You want a pellet grill?
Yeah. If you get something old of Daniel's, it's going to be impeccable. The best shape. I mean, brand new.
You know who used to buy?
It's truly like new.
You know who used to buy? Because I don't use my stuff. I don't do anything. You know who used to buy all my iPhones is Jim Colbert's wife, Tori. Used to buy all of my iPhones. She's like, this is better than the store.
Yeah, you put them back in the original package with the little pillowcase and the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's brand new.
I put it in. I saved the wrappers and everything. So anyway, so I got that Green Mountain Grill in 2006 and 2005, 2006. We found the paperwork for it. You couldn't get any of the pellets. Like, this is like, I want to walk you through, a smoker memory lane here for a second. You couldn't get pellets anywhere except for, like, a specialty hardware store. And I'm not talking an Ace. That's a regular hardware store. I'm talking, like, you'd have to go to, like, Miller's Hardware, which is, like, an independently owned hardware store. And then you'd have to purchase Green Mountain Grill pellets because they were the only pellets on the market.
Yeah. It was like when you first found White Claw, and then all of a sudden you couldn't find it anywhere at the very beginning of it, no one knew.
Yeah. So now my wife, she's like, do you need anything? The kid and the wife are out, and and I like smoking pork with hickory.
All right.
It's kind of what I grew up on. It's more of like, I would imagine, like more Alabama or more like South, Southern. Hickory can also, if you use too much smoke on it, it can get a little bitter, but I try not to. I try to just keep it 250 and just like do it until you get the nice bark, get that internal temperature about 170-ish, and then I finish it in the oven, and I got to tell you, it was phenomenal.
All right.
Absolutely phenomenal, and I love my pellet grill, but I have a Traeger now, not the Green Mountain. But, man, I've had one of those for a very, very, very long time.
You've always liked smoking meats.
It's bad for you, right? Isn't that the thing?
I have no idea.
Well, it's like you're burning smoke and pushing to get into. You're not supposed to smoke cigarettes. That's basically smoking yourself, right?
No, I think it was more the meat than the smoke. Really, the smoke is the least of your worries.
The fatty meat.
Yeah, but you can eat meat. Liver King.
Yeah. Oh, look at that guy. He's healthier than ever.
There's people go all meat diets.
Is that as popular anymore? I don't think that's as big anymore. Everybody now is going for like a very. We don't hear people bragging about their diets that much anymore. We're going through, I think, a lull of people bragging about their diets.
No, they just outside of your algorithm.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
that's fair.
No, you like if you don't put working out or anything in your algorithm, you will not get marketed.
Well, I have some biking stuff in there. Like I have some Peloton stuff in there.
But I feel like the bike people aren't necessarily the CrossFit people.
You can say we half-ass it if you like.
No.
No, they're not. I'm not a CrossFit person. No.
Because if you're biking a lot, then you're like, well, I could eat whatever because I'm burning so many calories. Same thing with the runners. Like a lot of the runners eat like garbage because they're just like, I run it off. So
I see that.
They're just eating insane amounts of food. It doesn't matter. They're like, I'll run it off.
There is a culture of younger people, and I kind of like it, that are like run people. They're like runners, but they're also like extreme food people. Have you seen these people? It's a category of younger human where they can do extreme endurance athleticism, and then they'll be like, and hey, we're going to take the burger challenge today. And they combine them both.
Yeah.
It's like fitness mukbang fitness or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, it's just you're burning so much, you have to consume so much that it's like, how I'm gonna turn both into social media, the exercise part and the extreme consumption of food. Because if you have to eat 8,000 calories a day because you're burning so much, then they're like, how can I eat 8,000 calories a day and make it entertaining?
Yeah.
I want to eat 15 burgers at once or whatever.
There you go. I do think my neighbors dislike the fact that I use the smoker behind a townhome because for the next 4 days their home will also smell like smoke. That's just collateral damage, and I don't know what else to do at this point other than just wave at them and uncomfortably grin at them. I had this moment yesterday where this newer neighbor, and he's super tall. He's like a good-looking super tall man. He's like, this dude's like 6'9". He's a giant. He's definitely got a big redwood in his pants. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, the song Wood. I have to combine them both now. And this guy, he said something to me yesterday, and I find that the more I hang out with you, the more I'm becoming you. It's me and Dansby. I've got two big industrial shop fans on me because I like hanging in my garage next to my American flag like a good alt-right grandpa. And I got my smoker going out there.
You do look like an alt-right grandpa now.
I got the smoker going, which really adds to the character. I've got Willie's Roadhouse from Sirius XM blasting the oldest of old man country music. I'm not talking about new country. I'm not even talking about 90s country music. I'm talking about like your 1950s and 40s. Put some Ray Price on that bitch. So I'm listening to Ray Price, Make the World Go Away. I got that blasting. I got the smoke. And then he says something to me. He's like, something to me. And I did the Tom. My neighbor's talking to me. I wave to him. I'm uncomfortable already because I can maybe it's my emotions, but I'm feeling that he doesn't like the fact that I have this smoker going this early. It's early. It's like 7:30. I'm 2 beers in.
Well, there's a reason he moved to Baldwin.
Right.
He didn't,
to get away from people like me.
The Beverly Hillbillies happening right in front of his face.
Yeah, so I've listened to it, and he says, and I wave, and Dansby's kind of barking a little bit, saying hi, and I do the move where I'm like, have a good day, and I don't answer. I don't think I answered what he said. I don't think I engaged him properly. I may have made the problem worse.
Okay,
I need to introduce myself now. I need to fix what I've done. I need to fix this. So I figured, who better to ask than the person that has bumbled the execution of meeting every one of your neighbors? Can you help me? Can you help me here? Because I think I've done some damage. His girlfriend won't even look at me now. As she's walking to the house, if she sees me hiding in the garage, little old man, she does that move that we all do where you don't want to get a flyer from a street person, where you just stare at the floor, you pretend like you're on your phone.
I got it.
Okay.
So you take the smoked meats that you made, because you offered me some. So
I did.
You got extra.
I have tons.
You slice it up and you put that in a Ziploc bag.
A manila envelope.
Or manila envelope, even better.
Yeah.
And then
so they see the juices,
and
how
then,
juicy it is.
Just slide it underneath his welcome mat.
Okay, all right.
With no,
and then do I write "you're next" on it? Or?
No. With no letter or explanation or just put that underneath the welcome mat, and then you'll be good.
He'll know.
I went camping this weekend.
Yeah, man.
And
you finally did it right. I saw that you finally didn't go to RV Share and pick up one of your old jalopies. Normally gets on RV Share and he goes and gets himself a 91 Sunline jalopy. Oh, what is that? Oh, this is an O2 Prowler. An O2 Prowler from Fleetwood? That thing's gonna smell like diarrhea inside.
Like, you know, I would rent campers from a stressed out dad whose wife is yelling at him, "Get rid of this thing." And then you proclaim, "I'm gonna start making money and turn this into a business."
Wait till you see the turnaround. Wait till you see the redemption story.
So I rented one at Giant Recreation World.
Hey, not regular Recreation World. Too small for Tom and Dan.
They have multiple locations. Went to their Winter Park location. They have multiple. I rented a travel trailer.
Hell yeah.
We're actually, you know,
I get to hear my dad laughing in the sky. He loves travel trailers so much.
They're coming out to the beer fest as confirmed over the weekend. When I met with them, met with the owner Dan, and
I like a man named Dan.
Yeah, they rent golf carts and all types of RVs, even drivable ones. Nice. Like, you know, you can get a super nice tailgating, like. You know,
this is popular now. You
FSU,
get a little van.
You have, you know, tailgate.
Yeah.
You know,
you roll up in a van. You get a little AC. Yeah. You get a little place to, you know, to chill out.
10% off if you mention Tom and Dan.
Hey.
But rented a travel trailer, then met up with Turkey Leg and his family. They've got a Facebook pop-up special.
Oh man, they got the Craigs sleeping with Craig.
Yeah, he got his
Mr. List.
Yeah. On Facebook Marketplace.
All pop-up campers have a smell. If you are a young Florida man or woman and you grew up like as you and I did.
Yeah.
I have the smell of that vinyl and the mildew and the water from a pop-up burned into my brain. Because guess where I'm going to sleep as the kid? They're going to stuff me back there with the mildew.
So we went down to Jonathan Dickinson State Park. And
who is Jonathan Dickens? Do we need
to
research this man to see if he was a good human?
Well, you know, I wouldn't look it up.
Chances are.
Any state park named after someone in Florida, you know, not saying he's bad, but, you know, he did some things that in 2025's eyes, not considered.
What do you think? I'll look him up. Just continue. I'll look him up.
I mean, you know, for sure he slapped his wife around. That was commonplace.
You
different
keep your
time.
house in order. You know?
Anyway,
this is in Martin County. Is that right?
Hey, it's in Jupiter. And that's the first, like, I've been to Jupiter before, but I never spent time there. It's where the pinball dude's home base is.
Yeah.
I had never gone to a Florida beach with rocks. And they have this thing, Blowing Rocks Preserve.
Yeah,
it's
well,
on,
in
like,
Daytona,
Jupiter.
there's a lot of rocks on the beach. Tons,
also
even. You
a lot
can
of
see them
blowing.
at night. At night, you see them light up. It's like, are those gator eyes? No, those are crackheads smoking crack on the beach. Because guess what? Have you ever smoked crack on the beach? It's awesome.
Daytona Gator Eyes, they call it.
Daytona Gator Eyes. Can we do a shirt for that? Let's do a shirt for this. Daytona Gator Eyes.
Yeah.
I think Wix would help us with this.
The eyes are too far apart.
Or very close together.
Yeah. They're smoking two pipes at once. So Blowing Rocks Preserve, and it looks like the Bahamas. That's the only way I could describe it. Like, you know, in the Bahamas, how like a lot of the actual beach, there's like big rocks at the beach, you know, like
there's like rock formations, and then it's kind of cut out areas.
And then even in the Pacific coast and stuff, like you see rocks on the beach.
I'm looking at a picture of it right here. It's freaking gorgeous. Dude.
Yeah. No,
it's like a cliff.
And yeah, they're small, like 6 foot high. It's not like you know, the cliffs of California, obviously. But they line the entire beach, and then waves will crash up against them.
Yeah, they're
like you're in, you know, a different place. It's weird because it's unlike anything I've ever seen in Florida.
And it's truly known for that. It says it's known for its limestone and coquina rock shoreline at Anastasia Formation. It's the largest exposed along the Florida Atlantic coast. Blowing rocks phenomenon is when the waves crash into the crevices and shoot water everywhere. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, just like if you're in Hawaii and you go and then the waves are crashing up and like spouting up the, you know, because they've deteriorated down and created these holes. Anyway, it's like that, but just a small version of that. And so we went there. We camped for 3 days over the weekend, and then we went to a bunch of different beaches. But at that particular beach, a Blowing Rocks Preserve, like the waves, like it was pretty rough out because of the storms off the coast or whatever.
Yeah.
It's still like the ocean's all churny. Like the last time Turkey Lake was there, he said it was like blue water, calm, like the Bahamas, right? Because they just went on a different day. But this time, like the ocean was gray and the waves are actually crashing up against the rocks, which made it cool to see.
Is this that nor'easter they were talking about?
It was that storm. Like when we showed up on Friday night, it was like raining. And then it just stopped, and I'm like, it just stopped. And we pulled in, and I'm like, that's when the mosquitoes.
They come to feast.
yeah. Right when it stops raining, I was like, I'd rather have the rain.
Get a little muggy,
But so we're at the Blowing Rocks, and then like we're taking pictures with the kids, and like just stand on the rocks, and the water will crash behind them. But the kids all brought their bathing suits, so it's Tommy and Max and Turkey Leg's kids, right? And so we brought some camping chairs and a little backpack cooler.
Hey,
and then so the kids wanted to go in the water, but we're like, hey, it's real rough. Like rough enough where the entire ocean's like that gray blue, like it's just so churned up.
Yeah. I saw a video this weekend of like some guy that fell into one of those those areas, kind of like the area you did the flip off of.
Okay,
and it was like a churning kind of an ocean area, and the guy couldn't get out, and then they time lapsed it, and he and his friends tried to get him out of the water for like literally 45 minutes, and finally they got him out. And he was just exhausted, but that's how you drown,
And so the kids are like, all right, we're just gonna go in the the shallow part and just let the waves break on us or whatever.
Check it out, explore a little bit.
So they were doing that or whatever, but Turkey Leg's son, Jake, he likes to push the boundaries, right?
The Jakeinator.
Yeah. So and it's interesting because
smoked turkey.
I'm not used to, like, my sons are pretty like careful, and I think they get that from their mom.
Yeah.
Like and I think me too. Like I'll do something dangerous if someone chants my name, but otherwise, like
It's your Achilles heel.
I'm sitting back. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna go out, maybe to impress
Can't resist
someone.
the chant, but other than that.
But so anyway, but as a kid, I remember like I didn't push the boundaries or get myself into too much like trouble or whatever. But Turkey Leg's son, he was doing the traditional, in like the kids' movies. That there's a group of kids, and then one of the kids always is like, they're like, hey, Jake, don't go do that. The kids are pushing the boundary, right?
And somehow I think he's always named Jake. I think that's like a thing.
And then so he's like, he keeps going further and further out, right?
Yeah.
And then like,
the sirens are calling him. The ladies of the sea are calling him.
And of course the mom. Now I'm sitting back and watching. The moms are nervous. Crystal and Turkey Leg's wife.
Who's in charge of the moms? Isn't there one that's more cautious than others, or?
No, they're both very cautious. Okay. Like, and these like.
Are they chirping at you? I'm surprised you weren't getting a dose of like, what the hell's going on here? What are you gonna get out? Do something.
I'm used to the cautious mom, but sometimes I'll meet the tough ass mom that just lets the kid do whatever, and I'm weaker than she is.
Yeah, it makes me horny a little bit. I'm
like, goddamn, how are you so tough? You're supposed to be the scared one, and I'm like, calm down, they're fine.
I know what you're talking about.
But then they're like, I'm like, hey, they're pushing the limits, lady.
Yeah, like you look at a tough mom, and you're like, hey, they're pushing the limits, and she looks at you and she goes, yes, they are.
Yeah.
And it's sexy. It's kind of sexy.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the moms, they're screaming at the kids, like, stay, be careful. Like, don't get, I have no idea. And there's no one else swimming in this place, by the way.
No, because it's dangerous.
All the other people are just on the beach taking pictures of the rocks.
Yeah.
But there's like no one in the water, especially kids, right? So
right, because they're weaker than I get it.
And I'm looking, but they've made the parking lot small. Have you? When's the last time you've been to Jupiter? Or even
it's been a couple of years.
Dude, the houses, they're like.
Oh, did it explode?
We're like the mansions on Jupiter, like they're serious money, like insane-o money. Like the houses that I'm seeing, and they're like beach on one side, inlet on the other. Oof. Like, and you own both properties.
Good God.
So like
take your pick.
You have your yacht like on the other side of the A1A essentially, and then your beachfront on one side. Like,
amazing.
And I
can't even imagine that.
The landscaping, it's like Jurassic Park. Like you're driving, you're like, God, who lives here? And there's a separate entrance for the staff.
Yeah.
Like there's a staff.
Oh man.
A staff.
I've always wanted to hate the staff. I never want to look at the staff.
We don't want to look at them, dude. It's awkward.
Staff. Oh my God. Because you're way undercutting their pay.
Yeah, yeah.
You're starving them.
Yeah, they probably get paid well.
But not as well as they should.
Like, they probably get paid for the discretion. They're like, hey, you don't talk about what goes on here.
On the island.
But anyway, so, super nice houses. And I bring that up because anytime there's a beach that's public next to an insane, super nice house, they're like, let's make the parking, like 10 parking spots. We don't want that many
7
people.
Is fine.
We don't want that many people here. Like, look at the parking spots next to the Maitland chain or the Winter Park chain.
Yeah.
Like, there's 10 boat parking spots because they can make it bigger. There's tons of grass.
Yeah, there's a lot of
but
area
they don't
there.
want the public around anyway.
I have noticed that, yeah.
So I was like, well, there's not that many parking spots, so maybe there's just not that many kids. It was like 4:00 in the afternoon at that time, so I was like, maybe there would be kids here, but there's none. So that's also a tell to be like, if there's other people doing it, I'm like a lot more comfortable. But anyway, so
this was like piquing your like
So he's pushing it out there. And like sometimes he'll be like floating away a little bit, and the waves will like push him back. So I'm looking at it.
And how is he during all? Is he just cool as a cucumber?
They're having fun. They're just like, yeah. I think the moms would yell at him and be like, "Come back, stop your."
And what's his reaction to that at all?
Oh, wait, he's like, all right, fine.
He does the quarterback of the Jags.
Yeah.
Wave off your coach. Duval. Who is that?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, do the Trevor Lawrence. You're like, shut your mouth. You don't know nothing, Duval.
Yeah.
You are a Duval.
He gives them a Duval.
He gives you the Duval, the call.
So
he's
Duvaling into the moms or whatever, which I actually respect. Because I'm like, they're fine. But I'm looking at it like, man, if this kid does start to float away, like, I'm going to have to jump in there and save him.
Well, you have to do the math. I call you can be a safety terminator at times. And what I mean by that is you'll run the numbers quicker than anybody. So you're surveying the scene. Who's going after him?
Well, the moms, they're
not going to do it.
Yeah, because they're going to drown out there.
No, they're not going to. Who's the strongest swimmer?
Me, by far.
The guy that's trained in swimming.
And also I'm thinking.
Where's Turkey Leg? Where's the elder leg?
He's Chi-Chang Chong.
Chi-Chang Chong. What is Chi-Chang Chong mean?
He's chilling.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
he's visited Dr.
fine.
Dabs.
He's fine. He's like, my son, he'll learn his lesson.
Oh my God, I didn't want to finish that.
And then because now I'm envisioning if this kid does get like sucked out a little bit, right? Like then I have to,
first thing you do is rip your shirt off.
Rip my shirt off, jump in the water and get him, right? So here's in fantasy of saving this kid's life, right?
I have a lot of fantasies of me saving people's lives too, so I'm so glad you brought this up.
So this is my worry. So I swim over to him, right? No problem. Like my cardio can get me there, right? And my cardio can tread water with another kid for a minute, right?
I believe that.
But here's the problem. When the kid's going crazy.
You have to knock him out.
Okay, I can't do that. I can't slap his face to be like, get it together.
You gotta stun him. See, that's where I come in.
I can't.
Could I be on your back and you bring me out there and I'm just a slapper? I slap him. I'm like, get yourself together. Then I swim back. I don't even want to help. I don't even want to assist in the rescue.
I couldn't slap my friend's son in the face.
You got to yell something at him
because he's panicking. He's going to bring us both down.
He is going to bring you both down.
So you got to slap their cheeks and then you got to pull them in. And you got to be mean to them.
You got to slap them. Like, you want to die!
To save their life.
You got to scare them good.
Yeah. And I don't have the ability to scare them, and we both die. Just because.
So you get out there.
Because of my inability to slap him.
He does that move where he grabs onto you
and he's kicking
instantly
me
dead weight, and then he's sliding down you, and he grabs your legs, and he's stronger than you thought. And now you can't move your legs.
I can't.
And he's dragging you both down.
And I can't yell at him and slap him.
And then for a split second,
to save our lives, so we both die.
In a split second, you do think, well, I can kick him off, but then you realize you can't do that.
No, I know.
Because you're a valiant man.
Yeah.
And you realize that it would crush the relationship.
No, we'd have to both go.
You have to both go. You have to let him kill you.
Yeah, because I can't slap him.
You could kick
and
him
tell
off.
him to get it together.
But you're not going to do that. Because if you can't slap him to save him, then you damn sure can't kick him to kill him.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We solved solved it.
Yeah. And then so I was like, don't float out there. I played the scenario out.
I told the story to him. I brought him in. I told him the story.
Also, I'm in my fantasies.
This is the only thing you do, by the way, that's similar to me. That when you say it, I'm like, I like this guy. Like you do it, I'm like, I freaking love this guy.
I'm playing out scenarios.
Yeah, I want to start a business with this
I'm like,
guy.
that will definitely happen. Also, I'm looking like, I'm like, are we gonna crash up against the rocks? Like I don't in my none of these scenarios of saving.
You go under them and you're stuck forever.
I'm like, we're gonna be. This is gonna hurt my flanks if I crash against these rocks.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
but the kids all enjoyed it.
Yeah, they had fun.
Tell me a little bit more about like swimming out there. Did it ever calm down at all? Or?
No, it was rough the whole time. But
there's other areas.
Oh yeah, there's another place in Jupiter that has like this little inlet that's right next to the beach. That's off of the Intercoastal. That's kind of like this. It's basically like a lagoon that forms, and then a bunch of people, just swim and chill in lagoons.
I don't like the term lagoon.
I love a good lagoon. I've always wanted a lagoon pool.
Okay.
That's the like epicenter of fancy to me if you have a lagoon pool.
Okay, what does it explain the lagoon pool to me?
Lagoon pool, all sides.
Why don't you do this?
I don't have the money.
Okay.
I don't have the Jupiter Beach money.
I got a couple more Jupiter questions too about the actual area.
And I've realized I'm at the point in my life where I realized that the lagoon pool is out.
What do you mean out?
I'm too old to ever amass the amount of money because a lagoon pool's $190.
Oh yeah.
I mean, goddamn, it's $200,000 and $300,000.
You can't do a lagoon pool on a baller budget.
Seth is building a $120,000 pool. That's basically a kind. I mean, it's a cool pool, but it's nothing.
Not a lagoon.
It's
pool.
no lagoon.
No.
Yeah, like lagoon has beach entry in all sides.
Oh, beach entry in all sides.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Let me explain a lagoon pool.
Yeah.
So beach entry in all sides.
I love it.
Right. So and it's like shaped, wapajawed. All
it kind of looks relatively natural. Is
yeah.
the idea.
Yes. Yeah. So beach entry, all sides, super deep middle.
Okay.
So all of a sudden,
like my wife.
all of a sudden,
yeah.
It's like 13 feet in the middle, which creates a dark blue.
Can't touch her belly button. Not happening.
Like the blue hole in the middle, lagoon on all sides, palm trees. Then you may have like a tiny island somewhere on the side of it that's a hot tub in the middle. That's the ultimate lagoon.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. And then you.
And that's like $200K.
I mean, now you're describing a $500,000 pool, I think,
right.
or something, because like I said, dude, things are crazy expensive. Seth's building a $120,000 pool that's essentially, it's like a nice standard.
I can't wait to see how he cheaps it out, though, because he'll chip away it until it's literally just a pool.
Like he may have one side beach entry, and he may have like a water feature.
I don't even want to get in a one-side beach pool.
Like Seth's pool used to cost $50,000. 15 years ago.
I remember when we bought a pool, and it was like you could get a pool for like a vinyl liner pool for under $10,000.
Yeah, because it's just gunite stamped on the side.
Yeah. Hey, just put it in the, just wrap the hole in vinyl and fill it with water, and there you go.
Like, I saw it happen to adults in my life where they would complain about things, how much more expensive everything is.
Yeah. And
then I used to laugh at them and call them old because I was like, that's how money works, old man. Like things get, my grandfather.
But you forgot you said that.
Well, I know. I'm just, when you experience it,
yeah.
You're like, damn, it is shocking. Like, it is shocking how much more expensive everything is now comparatively. And it kind of rocketed up fast for us, I feel.
Yeah.
But I guess it felt like that for everybody.
Well, COVID slowed things down, too. So the adjustment seems to me more severe. What's the bikini vibes like in Jupiter? Is it an older town? Or are we running wide open thongers on Jupiter Beach?
No, it's
older town.
Older town, and then it's October, so it's not crazy. It's like so even though it's hot as hell, like and still good beach weather, like October just doesn't bring as many people. Like it just for whatever reason. I think it's right before the snowbirds come down.
Yeah.
And then it's like that period. I think the snowbirds come down in November or something. Like they're getting the last of fall, and then they come down. So it's kind of dead down there.
I went sort of to the beach too. I went to Melbourne to visit our good friend. Jay and Brandy, they open up Van Beers.
Oh yeah, I
saw that. Bottle shop and tap house. It's a little, just a little bottle shop, and he's got tons of delicious beers on tap. It's right on the main drag in downtown Melbourne. It's absolutely beautiful, Van Beers. And the family went there, and, man, they snuck up and got themselves a heck of a spot.
That's
like,
cool.
It is perfect. It's like the perfect little bottle shop. And the CBE group was out there the day before. I couldn't make it to see them. I was trying to, but I had to go the next day. They were all out there hanging out. He has his own little clubhouse. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just a great.
That's awesome.
Tons of TVs. Go support local. Go support. It's more than small. They are super tiny family business.
Yeah.
So go in there and buy yourself a beer and say hi to Jay and his family and everybody that's there. Just a good Jesus was there. It was just cool. It was just cool seeing those guys.
That's
their dream, man. And
yeah,
it's like,
I know. It's cool to support someone's dream. Like when you find someone that a small business that person is this person's dream, and you're like, man, I'm happy to spend money to support your dream.
Yeah, he did it in a cool way too. Like when you go in there and you get a beer, all the beers are served out of his personal glassware. So on the right-hand side of you'll see him or his wife or whomever is pouring your beer. But on the right-hand side, he's got all this crazy mismatched glassware, like crazy glassware from all over the place, all different beers you can think of. But what makes it super cool is like a very home feeling is that you're drinking out of his glass. Like this is something that he has owned. He didn't purchase these for the bar. He collected them for the bar. So there's more like love into it. I don't know, man. It's
so personal that
and it's very intimate. I enjoyed it. I could have stayed there and lost my soul, which I was doing. I had 2 high dollar beers and almost blew my eyeballs out.
We ruined it for ourselves as a society because
Explain.
Supporting someone's personal dream business is like so much more special when you actually hand and purchase something from the owner or owner's family that works at the place. You know what I'm saying? And then you're giving money to them instead of you're giving money to someone that not only doesn't care, hates that you're there because they work for a giant corporation and they're like, and then
they hate their job. Jay. Jay loves his job because that's his dream.
Yeah, of course. And then, so it's so much better. But
I agree.
But I'll tell you why we ruined it is that the mom and pop places couldn't hold the same amount of ridiculous customer service expectations that we have, where it's like, wait, you aren't open till 9:30 on Sunday?
What do you mean this handcrafted beer is? What do you mean this beer's $7? It's handcrafted. Too expensive. You're like start barking at the prices, and people are just trying to make tiny little margins.
Yeah, of course. And
Jesus.
Then we've ruined it to the point where then now everything's owned by giant corporations, and then we're all dealing with people that hate their jobs and giving money to giant corporations
that hate us.
That don't even care about your $10 or whatever, and then supporting a small business and giving the money directly to the owner is awesome.
We did a tour of this, so we hit up Van Beers, and I urge all of you to do so as well. Take a picture of yourself there, and shoot it at me too. Hopefully we'll get to do like a tiny event or something there because they have a little courtyard. It's awesome. It's just great. Then I hadn't been here in a minute. We swung through and saw Tiffany at Salty Sisters.
Oh, awesome.
And, I don't know if I can say that. My wife's in the chat room. There's something Tiffany's doing that I want to tell you about that is freaking she's so smart. Tiffany is the smartest business person or businesswoman I know. I don't want to insult you. She is so smart, man. But she's expanding again, and I don't want to say it, but, I'll see if my wife says we're allowed to say it. But anyway, we went by and saw Tiffany.
She's a hustler too.
Yeah, I can't say it yet. Andrea says I can't say it yet. But we had Salty Sisters hamburgers.
It's hard to admit that someone's more of a hustler than I am, and
she crushes us. Dude.
Hard to admit, easy to find. Almost anywhere I look.
She was killing it. In fact, the day that we went, this is Tiffany. Let me sum up our friend Tiffany, the businesswoman, in a nutshell. This is what she was doing. And my daughter got to see this. My daughter has now got the I want to be like Tiffany bug. Maisie saw what Tiffany was doing and was instantly inspired to be a businesswoman. This might be your kid, man. This might be your kid.
Well, she's a hustler, too. Hustlers see other hustlers, and that makes them hustle.
Yeah, she was into it.
You see a hustler, you're like, I'll hustle harder than you.
We could talk. Man, maybe we could call Tiffany at some point and talk to her about this. This is what Tiffany had done. So she was on her way to the restaurant when I hit her up and said, hey, we're going to be there for lunch. She's like, oh, this is a happy accident. I'm there. She's like, typically I'm not there. Guess what she was doing? Her breezeway was flooded. And it was hurting
that.
business.
Yeah.
So in order to help her business, she swung through Target, got a bikini and a raft, and was going to sit in her own flooded breezeway in a bikini and a raft eating a cheeseburger, advertising, hey, we're open, come on down.
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. And
That's better than any business idea I've ever had.
Maisie heard that, and Maisie's like, I'll help. Maisie's like, I'll help. What do you need? Like, she's like, I'll help blow up the raft. And Maisie's like, I want to be in a bikini eating a cheeseburger, advertising the breezeway. They were like two little mirror image people. Like, Maisie was so inspired. She's like, I want to own a business. I'm like, no, you don't. It's so hard.
No, she's built for it. It's hard for you.
I'm not good at business. It might be easy for her. But yes, Tiffany's a hustler. It's great seeing her. The food was incredible. I don't get out to that side of Florida enough. And the Dennises, we have decided.
Hold on, did she do that? Is the pictures up?
I know she bought the bikini and I know she bought the wrap, but I don't know if she did the video because it was starting to fill in. She was just worried about like getting enough people. And when we got there, man, that bar, they had a UCF watch party. They had like a bachelorette party. It was great. It was really good to see my friends just killing it, dude.
Yeah.
And that inspires me because, like, sometimes I get grumpy about you get grumpy about this place. We both do, right? We sitting around looking around, I hate this place. And you see other people doing it, and you're like,
put on a bikini.
You don't want to see that.
There's no business.
Did Andrea's in the chat room. Did she end up doing the video? I don't know if she did, but it was really cool seeing her.
So my mom texted me back, so we'll call her after the segment. But and you came up with this idea, and we were talking. So this morning I saw a news story about a Winter Park mom. They got arrested because I guess she hosted some sort of high school party or daughter's high school party, and like a bunch of her daughter's friends were over and everybody's getting drunk.
I actually have this if you want to tease it.
I imagine is pretty rare in 2025. Like this, used to go on all the time in the 90s.
Here, let's see if we can be a proper radio show, and let's see if we can hit the tease here.
New at 4, a Winter Park woman is accused of allowing teens to drink inside her home. Police say one of the teens had so much to drink that she had to go to the hospital. Hao Nutran was arrested yesterday. She's facing 3 charges now. Police say when they responded, they could smell the alcohol through the house and found empty alcohol bottles and cans in the kitchen. A 15-year-old was taken to the hospital. Tran was arrested and taken to the Orange County Jail.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That it might be a hot take.
All right.
When the news, cops, anyone says they can smell alcohol, no, you can't. No one smells alcohol. I never smell it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's easy. That's the go-to. They allows them to do anything they want.
I don't think that's real. I don't think you could walk
into Same thing with I smell marijuana. You just say you smell it.
That's real. You can't smell that more than beer. But you walk into a house and it smells like there's a party. No, that's not a real thing, man. That's not real.
Yeah. In a house, it's not like you're walking into old Makos where it's like 10,000.
You can smell beer.
Well, 10,000 gallons are spilled a night of beer. It's an insane amount. But a regular Winter Park house, you're right. You can smell a couple open White Claws. You can't smell nothing.
You can't smell that. You're supposed to candles. You're supposed to pillows. Those people got cleaning people.
Yeah. They're not spraying the alcohol everywhere.
No, this isn't an F1, the end of an F1. You're spraying the champagne everywhere. It's like, come on.
There's the classic mom lets the teens party at the house and the cops show up and then...
Can I make another hot take? I would have never pegged a strict Vietnamese. They look Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would have never pegged a stricter Vietnamese family for doing something like that, man.
This is
a white person thing.
This is a white person. Our stuff. A white or Spanish person. I only say that because I grew up in Miami.
With white and Spanish people.
And that's, both moms were fine with us partying. And now my buddy Alex's mom, she would party with us, similar to this lady in the video.
My wife knows the doctor. She's like, oh no, this is a doctor in my ENT office.
Oh no, really?
Like, uh-oh. Am I supposed to say that?
Yeah. And so it's a different, because I'm going to call my mom when we go to break.
Yes.
And then we come back because if you're going to let your kids party, you have to have some deniability to it. And you just let them go do, like, you stay on one side of the house or whatever. Like,
you got to distance yourself.
Yeah, you're going to distance you. So even if because that's what my mom did, and we're going to talk to her because you can't be partying with the kids because then the cops come.
Big news stations get an expert when things happen. We're going to get an expert on the line.
We'll go get my mom, and she'll tell you how to properly party with your kids. or not let them do what they want.
There is a way to do it.
I texted my mom, and she's like, "I'm just walking Lola."
She's walking the dog.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we'll get to talk to Mama Van up next. Perfect.
We went a little early, but it's fine.
We can make it up on the other side. Just was more natural there. All right, so that is Tuesday 1 and 2. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, let me save that. Oh, Ryan, thank you, buddy. Yep, I got it ready to go. That's why Tom and I were talking about it, because it came up on my, here it is. It came up on my Finder when I was cleaning up the desktop this morning. The old Mama Van theme song came on, and if I see it, my OCD will make me play it, so I had to play it. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a good or decent morning. What happened?
She may have, because she said she was just walking the dog, but I assumed she could talk, but maybe she couldn't.
All good.
Okay. Oh, no. Yeah,
all good.
Oh, she said she couldn't.
Let's keep that. Hey, Fascinio, that's awesome, man. Good luck with that. That sounds fun to bury,
Mom.
Joe. What's up, Suzette? How are you, lady?
Yeah, no problem. We're just going to talk to you real quick on the show.
Can I pee real fast?
Yeah. Just to give you a heads up, there's some Winter Park mom was arrested for partying with her daughter and her daughter's friends or whatever. Like, let them get all drunk or whatever. And so I'm just we're joking around about that. You know, the right way to do it is just, you have plausible deniability. You're inside the house, we're in the backyard. You don't know what's going on out there. Yeah, well, we could. Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah, that's all we're going to talk to you about. All right, I'll put you on hold. Hold on 1 second.
She's walking Bitey.
Buddy really calmed down.
Yeah,
She's
Bitey's
not biting.
cool. Yeah, Bitey's chill now because he got it medical marijuana, right? Didn't Bitey get a card?
Yeah, I think
Bitey got its recommendation.
Oh, my mom's feeding that dog mints crazy.
Let me see. Mama Van, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and always good to hear from you. All right, here we go. You want to bring us back?
Yeah, sure.
3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. All right, we got my mom in the line.
Do you want to do the song? Because
Okay,
they're
okay.
requesting it.
Alright,
We don't have
okay.
to do the whole
Yeah,
thing, but
yeah,
we'll
that's
just give them a
fine.
little taste. Here we go.
80s mom, she's got it going on. 80s mom, she's got it going on.
She lets your girlfriend come over after school.
After school,
We close the door to the bedroom. Yeah, you know what we do.
you know what we do.
If you ask 80's mom if she'll give you a clothes, then she smokes the entire time.
The entire time.
You could take your bikes for 100-mile ride. When the streetlights come on, it's time to come inside. 80s mom, she's got it going on. She leave me at the house all alone for so long. Ladies, can't you see? Modern moms are safe for me. She might have raised me wrong, but I'm glad I had an 80s mom.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah.
I like the pre-AI, you know.
Yeah, I'm kind of AI now. You want to switch back?
Like a real life human. No, it's too expensive.
Too long. Yeah. It's too far gone. Can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah.
It
so
takes
much
too long
easier.
too. It took him 3 months to make that. I don't have 3 months. This show's gonna be over in 3 months. What are you talking about?
How you doing, Mom?
Okay. How are you?
You just walking Lola?
Yeah, we take our walks in the morning. It's such a beautiful morning.
I have a theory. How you got Lola to stop biting was right around the same time you got your medical marijuana card. I'm just wondering.
That's weird.
If you're feeding Lola some mints, because that dog used to bite crazy and now it's chill, and the other dog is scratch my legs crazy every time I get over
I
it.
know.
That's
You know
scratchy.
what's crazy about that is that Lola, if I can have a regular mint in my mouth, she doesn't do anything. But when I take my mint in the morning, and she is all over me trying to lick my lips and stuff like she can smell it.
My
She's
God,
addicted.
that's an Orlando marijuana dog. That dog's addicted to That's a pothead dog.
So because it gets in your, I'm sure you leave them open in your purse. It's been eating them crazy.
And it knows,
Yeah,
because
and
dogs
it's
are smart.
addicted.
It's using its nose. It's like, no, that's a regular mint. And then it sniffs again. It goes, oh, that's a marijuana mint. And it knows.
Yeah, it's so weird. I tested it once. I took one out, and she went crazy when I put the other one out.
This is the science we need on our show. Can we have your mom? Like, this is great science. She's like, I tested it. I put one mint, and I put a marijuana mint. She went nuts for the marijuana mint. I love you, Mama Van. We miss you. We need to check in with you more often, and we're really glad to talk to you. And Tom wanted to ask you a question. We consider you an expert in all things 80s, Mom. And, you ran things, and my mom ran things a little bit different, back in the 80s. And with my mom, 1976 is when I was born, so she even got, who knows? My mom make me go play with a wagon wheel and a stick, so, yeah.
Well, we were talking about a story of a Winter Park mom. She's actually a doctor. Andrea said that she...
Andrea's going to see her. Apparently, it's Andrea's doctor.
And I guess the police were called at a party, and then the police showed up, and I guess her daughter and a bunch of other teens are drunk. They took one teen to the hospital, which
that sucks.
Which, by the way,
my God,
she could have slept it off. You know what I'm saying? Let her sleep on her stomach.
You could sleep in your bed or sleep at the hospital. Your choice.
I'm just saying, they probably didn't need to take her to the hospital. She's probably just, probably.
But whenever you say that, people are like, she could have died.
No, you let her sleep on her stomach. She's fine. Anyway, so they take one kid to the hospital and they arrest the mom for, I guess, letting the kids drink at the house.
Yeah.
Now, and I call you Mom because, you did it right, and I feel like let the kids do whatever in the back or whatever part of the house, and then you stay on the other side of the house or whatever.
Yeah,
You stay
it's
in
like
your
rule
room.
number one, have something you're doing.
Yeah. So that way, if the cops come, you could just be like, I don't know what's happening.
They're doing what?
Yeah. So let's walk through it, Mom.
Well, I think also it helped because I knew all the boys, Joey and Fernando. All the boys that used to hang out even during the day. And I think it helped because they respected the fact that I would let you guys all hang out in the back, which I always felt like I could keep a better eye on what things are going on, instead of you having to go somewhere else. And the fact that I think they respected me enough to know, don't get too out of, don't get crazy, or if somebody did do something that wasn't quite right, they would. So when I would walk out, I never really, I think it probably would have freaked me out if I had seen somebody wasted.
But
I think I would.
the key is to not see it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
we took those people out quick.
Yeah, you just kind of walk around. You're looking at the shed. You're looking. But you're not looking too hard. You're just kind of looking.
No, my mom never came out. Like if she had to come out, then first,
that's a problem. I would imagine.
I would meet like if something exploded or we almost set something on fire because we were blowing fireballs or whatever. You know, I was like, and my mom was like, "What's going on?" And then I'd meet her in the kitchen and be like, "Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry."
I burned my friend's hair. I kill a crisp.
We have to take Danny to the hospital.
It's fine.
He did a flip off the roof and landed on his face.
And, we don't think he's paralyzed.
Yeah. He can move his toes. We burned him with a lighter.
we think it's good. We started stabbing his feet, and he's fine.
Yeah. We're gonna take him to the hospital. Don't worry. Just don't go outside. And then and the cops did come to my house before.
So how would you handle it, Mama Van, if the cops showed up?
Well, it's funny because towards like his height, like senior year, 2 houses down, a police officer did move in there. He bought the house there. And the first party that you threw that was kind of a little bit bigger, and I think you had the band playing. But I called
this guy and his
division
bands and
of
gift
our
bags. He's
area.
been doing it since he was like, how old are you? 16 years old. He's got gift bags. Everybody's coming in. There's a band playing. Free beer.
Well, no, but I called at the police like earlier in the day and asked them like, well, if my son's having a party, what time do I have to shut off the music? I don't want to just. Luckily, also I knew my neighbors, but and they said, oh no, you can play till 1 o'clock. And so when this police officer, first of all, he walked over with an attitude like he wasn't dressed as one. And I said, so you're not on duty? He goes, no, but I have kids and I'm trying to put them to sleep. And I said, well, I already called and they told me I could play the music till 1. Uh-oh. He goes, well, that's a little ridiculous. It's really loud. I said, oh, well, then call the police. And he goes, I am the police.
And you're like, well, you're not a uniform, mother ever, so I don't see no police. And then you blow smoke at it. You blow Parliament light right in his face.
Well, no, I just said, well, let me get this straight. Are you my neighbor or are you the police? And he goes, well, just come 1 o'clock. I'm going to call if something that. I said, okay, you do what you got to do, buddy.
You do whatever you got to do. Your mom's tough as hell. Man.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're back there getting drunk, giving a keg. We're like, hide the keg in the trash can.
They can't come on your yard. I already found out, like, earlier in time that they would have to, like, have reason to come into your backyard and stuff. I think the laws might have been different back then. I don't know if the police can just come on your... I don't know, like how they find out someone called and they walked in the backyard and.
Yeah. Well, that's the mom. I mean, the Winter Park mom. Someone like let her in or whatever. Then I guess the cops, when they see some kid passed out or so, they're like,
yeah.
I mean, once they see
that's
it,
like probable cause to investigate at that point.
You got to meet the cops in your driveway.
Yeah. You got to get in front of him and be like, hey, stop walking, stop walking.
Oh yeah, my mom would meet the cops in the street
with a force shield of Parliament light smoke. There's a force shield of smoke.
I didn't. Our backyard wasn't like way lit up, and I would meet him before he could even get like back there. But also too, like any of the kids, all James, all the kids. If it was a party like that, I would tell them spend the night. You can sleep in my living room, you can sleep in TC's room, and I would take Timmy and let them sleep. I didn't want them driving. And they were always very respectful of that. Like they all would just stay over.
And here's the thing with 80s mom versus 2025 mom is my mom never hung out with us and partied with us. No. Never once. She knew there was a boundary.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm not going to be able to do this because I want to party with everybody.
No, my mom never was out there and like never.
But that breaks her deniable, the ability to just be like, plausible deniability.
It was like I trusted my son. It's my son's fault. He I didn't know what he was doing.
That's why trust is important, parents. That's why trust is important. It protects you and them.
I think respect too. Like if I had gone back there and acted like, cool mom, I'm drinking with you, they wouldn't have respected that. I never wanted to be your friend. I was still, an adult or in charge of something. I don't know what.
In charge of something.
Oh no, you were still the mom. Like everybody. like when people went inside to use the phone, because that's what we had to do in the 90s,
Yes.
is that there was one kitchen phone, and anybody who wanted to call anybody, we had to, like, I had to walk them inside, and then they use a long-ass cord kitchen phone.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
how you knew.
But there would be people in there in the kitchen or whatever, and my mom would be in her nightgown coming out. Be a bunch
no
of
bra on. That's why my mom ran it that way, too. That's a Florida thing. That's a Florida thing.
There'd be a bunch of pee-pee dogs everywhere. Just,
Just mind your business, use the phone, and go back outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say the kids were always. I don't think I ever, had a child that was, that was disrespectful. It was always, oh hi, how are you, or, I'm so and so, or just I don't know. I never got any disrespect from.
Yeah.
And they always seemed to respect, like, not, fighting. Or I don't remember any of that unless you handled it before I could see it. I don't know.
Well, we were doing like a Fight Club boxing matches for a while, like when that was
God.
big. When the Jackass, like we did a couple.
Knock a couple teeth out.
yeah. We got some boxing gloves for Christmas one year, and then we were just hosting
that
fights
was big
in the backyard.
80s. Boxing gloves for Christmas was like I got boxing gloves. What was the worst injury you remember, Mama Van? Or pretty cool, pretty chill.
I remember when we were in middle school, my buddy Alex, he fell off my dad's boat because we would hook up, like, there's a 2-story garage. My dad had like a 30-foot center console boat in there, and he kept his airboat and his race car.
So he needed a big area.
Yeah, and so it was like 2 stories, but it was unfinished on the top, so it was rafters. So we hung ropes, and we'd swing off the bow of the boat with ropes.
That's pretty fun. That's pretty awesome.
And then
that's also so Florida. You're swinging off a landlocked boat. That's badass.
And so then we were swinging down there crazy, and that's where we also practiced our band, Heterosexual Lesbians.
Yeah.
Where I was a trumpet player, and we had.
You'd skank to the beat. You got to skank and dance.
And we had a drum set up underneath the boat. And then, so my buddy...
Where drum sets go, duh. That's where you put your drum set.
And my buddy Alex was swinging off the rafters, but we had the other side of the rope where basically, where you could pull the person up, kind of like, the Peter Pan in a play, where you, like, pull, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was...
So you were launching him into the rafters.
Yeah. Like, we'd Peter Pan him up to the boat, and then he'd swing off. So I was holding the other side, and it slipped out of my hands.
You're redneck Peter Pan.
And he fell face first onto the tom drum.
Oh.
Almost like, the leg stands, how they come up metal.
Yeah, I got to stab right through you.
He hit that with his cheek, face first, and then it cut his cheek open. Like, 1 inch, and it went through his eye, and that, like, blind him for life. Like, it would have maybe killed him.
Yeah.
Like, that tom stand goes straight through your brain.
You just push the boat over on him, right? Yeah.
We were 15, 14 years old at the time, and then...
That's traumatizing.
And then his mom, like, we were like, oh, like, this,
hide the beer!
Now, that was before drinking. That was when we were just light shenanigans.
Just screwing around, fireworks.
Yeah. That was before, middle school. You don't get into any sort of beer or anything.
Yeah, beer and girls kind of changes the vibe of the party.
That's 9th grade.
Yeah.
So anyway, then my mom had to explain, and then she'd cover for me too. She'd be like, I don't know, they were in there, they were practicing.
It sounded like it, man. He must have been hitting those drums really hard to smash his whole face like that.
The mom was freaking out, right?
Well, his mom was kind of a Karen type mom.
Air it all out, Mama Van. Get it off your chest.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you, I go, what do you do? What are you thinking? And of course, every answer, like, I don't know what I was thinking, but
you dumb Karen, you slap somebody. Your mom's awesome.
Your
mom is the coolest. The chat room wants a T-shirt that says, "Well, what are you, my neighbor or a cop?" The chat room's quoting your mom now, like they want a Mama Van T-shirt. What are you, my neighbor or a cop? Pick one, buddy. That's fantastic.
But he got so. But luckily, he did say it was his fault.
And he recovered?
To tell his mom because I was worried I was going to get sued. But the boy said it was his fault, and then Mom I didn't see him too much after that. Did he still come around?
Yeah, no, he did, but the mom is like, you can't go over the fence.
Yeah.
And we called him drum face.
They just let anything go on over there. No one's watching.
Your mother
nothing.
slapped me. She called me a Karen.
I'm sure, But then, I settled into all my other friends, like their parents. They let them do whatever. Like there was no parental, they were like, hey, I'm going to TC's house. They would stay over in my house for days. And I'd be like, hey, do you have to go home? They'd come to school with me, like sleep over on school days.
Yeah.
So like I would multiple times we'd party on Sunday.
That's weird, man. That's weird. That's not something I grew up with.
And then I'd take Fernando to school in the morning.
I did. I mean, there was sometimes I think, we got to have a few nights of, not having guests over.
Yeah, Mama wants to walk around in her nightgown a little bit, and you guys got little boys over here all the time.
Because my friends graduated high school, but they'd still come party. Like, they had a job, they work at Best Buy, and they'd come over to my house. I'd still in high school. So they'd be they were out of school already, and then we'd still be partying.
Crash at my mom's place.
And then during the week, like, it'd be like, hey, I'm off on Wednesday. I'll be like, come over. Because they hang out in the garage.
That's what I do now.
But they were always very respectful, and I have to say, even John's dad. Remember John's dad? He pulled up and told me, he goes, "Listen, if he gets out of hand, just beat him with the stick." I'm like, what?
And that's coming from the Grand Wizard. He said that. The Grand Wizard said, beat my son with a stick if he gets out of line.
Yeah. Well, that was back in the day. In '90s, you give permission to the other parents to hit your kid.
Yeah.
All
my friends' parents had permission to hit me.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine, like, laying your hand
on
one
my God.
of your
how good would it feel to hit a kid? Oh, you can't do it anymore, but how good would it feel?
Yeah. Like, just imagine in that mindset where you, like, slap or backhand or, like, hit the kid on the top of the head.
El Kabongum with your ring. You turn your ring upside. I've always wanted to do that.
Like another person's kid hitting them.
You ever got a ring on the top of the head? I did. It's like, kank, and you're like, oh!
All right, Mom. Enjoy.
I don't hit my own kids. I could never imagine hitting somebody else's kid or something,
Yeah, you missed out. You could have hit John so many times.
So
it would have been
times.
awesome. One time, John told my mom that smoking was bad for her, and she kicked him out of the family.
That's why your mom's the best.
That's so embarrassing.
That's why your mom's the best. He's like, smoking's bad for you. You're like, well, you can get your stuff and get the hell out of my van. Why'd you get out? All right, bye.
He deserved it. He's an a-hole.
All right, we love you. Take care of yourself, all right?
Okay, love you too.
All right, man. Be good.
All right.
You call your mom, man. Sorry.
No,
very comfortable. I'm happy to talk to her.
Yeah,
oh, man,
my mom doesn't care.
She's the best. That's good memories, man. That's a different way of growing up. I'm never going to get to have any of these parties.
No.
At my house.
Well, for Maisie's not a partier.
But you get parties. I mean, you already get to invite the friends over.
Yeah, but there's no way Crystal's ever going to allow them to drink back there.
No.
Or to,
And do you want them doing that?
No, I don't.
Things have
but
changed.
they will drink. I mean, but one of them's going to have some sort of toot pen and be there. I'm not going to go start inspecting everybody's pockets. Like if I smell some weed one day.
It's probably me over there. Like, oh, that's Uncle Dad. He's in the bathroom. Like, keep that crap out of my house, you idiot.
Yeah, like there's a certain amount of like, let them figure it out.
We haven't gotten a lot of that, though, which does lend me more towards you saying that a lot of that stuff is on the decline for us newer parents. And I say newer, like, I don't really have a middle schooler yet. I'm about to. You do have one middle schooler. You're about to have another one. And we kind of float in that weird area of, like, not quite high school. And it is not like, at least with my kid, it's not like what people were telling me. Like, it's coming for you. Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and they're so young, it's like, you get into high school age and stuff, although they're all just hanging out online for the most part, and like and kids are drinking way less.
Can't drink online.
Like, there was a time where you turned 16 and you definitely.
Oh, you tried to steal it. You tried to get it.
Yeah, you tried to get beer. Like, everybody was drinking beer because we all saw our parents just drinking all the time. Like, it was way more drinking. Like drinking's down than it was, and like, and because of social media, you can't get away with anything. Everything's on video. Everybody's got a Ring doorbell camera and multiple cameras, so you can't no one's sneaking in and out of the house anymore. You're just virtually meeting up online.
I mean, Andrea, I didn't know this, and we'll talk about this another time. Andrea put a Ring camera in the garage so she can watch me and what I'm doing. I'm like, what? Where is it? I don't even know where it's at.
Everybody's got tracking devices on their phones. Like, no one's doing nothing. They can't get away with anything.
Well, if they are doing it, you already know they're doing it.
Yes, yeah. Well, yeah, it's very hard to sneak around. There's no sneaking anymore.
Yeah, like I even have an AirTag on my scooter.
Yeah.
Just because it's so light and somebody could steal it, like I had to hide one of those on there.
Everybody knows where their kid is. Everybody has a camera. It's end of times.
Should we do a couple voicemails before we get out of here, or do you want to get out of here?
No, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to about foreign descent, and we'll be right back.
Perfect. What's going on, y'all?
Guys, I am very sorry.
Oh, you're fine, man.
On at 11:30.
All good.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
TC.
I probably misread the email.
No, it may be our fault.
TC, where's that one go?
That's Tuesday. That's Tuesday 3.
3? Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure we're keeping it at 3.
Hey, how's it going? Hey,
How are you, man?
This interview quick, and then we'll be right out.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can hang out for.
Yeah, we can hang out. We'll hang out. No, we sorry to make you wait.
Oh, no, sorry, man. But we'll definitely make it happen. It'll be easy breezy. Good to see you guys. Hey, Craig. How are you, man? Sorry for the awkward high five. Very good to see you. How's...
about sober shenanigans as a kid. It's so weird to think about
Oh, man, it's crazy how what kids don't do now, you know? But it's probably a good thing. Like my kid's such a nerd. Oh, thank you. Oh, man, I just put one of these up in my garage, so I'm glad to have another one. I'm gonna hang this up too. I'm kind of collaging my garage. My Audubon Park house, I kind of had more of that vibe, and I didn't do it for this one, and I'm redoing my garage, so it looks a lot better now with the stickers and stuff. It's way more me. DeBerry Joe says, hello, he cannot wait to head down for Fest. He is a fan of yours. DeBerry Joe is one of our bigger punk rock listeners.
Oh, hell yeah.
He listens to you and has multiple times, and normally he knows some of the bands that you even bring in before we know about them.
Well.
Because he's more of a punk rock guy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't have enough time to keep my thumb on everything, you know, but I try to. And I will give Spotify some credit. They've been better at, like, pushing new, lesser-known bands to me. They only have a couple thousand plays, and I'm like, this is on a new punk playlist? Great.
Yeah, I find
because these guys are tiny, you know?
For sure.
Especially anybody from out of the country.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's got my algorithm figured out because it gives me a lot of foreign bands these days.
Yeah. Now my algorithm is, I'm starting to hone it and dial it into where it's classic country music, punk rock, old punk rock, thrash, and like old metal.
That's a good
mix. That's
mix.
where I want it right now.
Minus the country, but
that's where I want it right now. Well, I like really, really older country. You'd probably go like, is this old 50s music? It doesn't even sound like country music.
Okay. I could probably handle that more contemporary.
It's not twangy.
Yeah.
It's more lots of pedal steel guitars. All right, that looks good. OBS is behaving today.
All right.
All right, let me line you up there. Perfect. Okay. Everything's saved. Mr. Van, this is 4, right?
Yes.
All right. Would you like to bring us back?
Yes.
Here we go. And 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got Craig here from Foreign Descent.
Hey!
How you doing, Craig?
I'm great.
There we go. Got to give you your blast here. Good to
So,
see you, man.
It's the 10th anniversary, Craig.
It is.
Let's explain to everybody, in case you're catching Craig for the first time on our show, and I think this is like your 4th or 5th time you've been here.
Yeah. You guys have been really supportive.
Explain to everybody about how Foreign Descent fits into Fest and sort of what Fest is for those that may not know.
Yeah, for sure. So every October in Gainesville, there's a 3-day music festival with like 350 bands, and I get to pick some number of the foreign bands that are coming over. Fest usually has about 15 to 20, and this year I've got 10 of them.
Yeah.
For the 10-year anniversary.
You got a lot of firsts.
I'm crazy.
A lot
I do.
of firsts.
I've got 2 countries for the first time, Japan and Mexico. I've got 6 of the 10 bands playing their first U.S. show ever.
Really?
At Foreign Descent.
Japan is surprising to me, knowing how much of that punky, skatey kind of a culture that they like.
Yeah, they've come through to play Fest before, other Japanese bands, but just scheduling wise hasn't worked out for Foreign Descent to come through.
So
and that band's called Lext?
Yeah.
All right.
And they're total skate punk.
All right,
That's cool.
Let me go in here and see if I can
first
find some of them.
U.S. show.
It's the energy's crazy, man. Because these bands don't expect anyone to know them, don't expect anyone to be there or to care. And so when they show up and it's a crowded room, and some people will know the words to their songs, you can see like their minds getting blown on stage. The energy is really a back and forth between the crowd and the bands in a way that's different when the band is like, yeah, we know that people are going to be here because they know us.
Yeah. When you're local, I mean, that's an amazing, like, to be a part of an experience of a band from Japan that's never played in the United States, and now they've played the first time in the United States, I mean, could you imagine what they're thinking? They're like, you know, it's like if we had a band and we played the first time in Japan, like to travel over there, like is all foreign to us, and then we play, and then the crowd actually likes what we're doing. Like that would blow your mind, right?
It's
like,
wild.
That's an amazing experience to be a part of as an audience.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I also find that, and I don't know what your opinion of this is, but I think that your punk community seems to be a little more embracing of bands that are from a different area that are new. They'll give it a little more time before they start to turn on it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of love.
Yeah, there
right?
is a lot of love, and it seems like, though, that this community is a little more open to a lot of, like, different sounds and different styles, and, you know, and these bands that are going to be culturally a little bit, you know, different, which is sort of the point of putting them here, right?
Yeah.
Is to get something different at Fest that we don't normally get, which you always do, because a lot of these bands are so eclectic and odd, you know, like I love it.
So every year that we have you in and talk about this, there's always some sort of like logistics that you have to handle, because some of these bands can't bring all their equipment and they have to borrow each other's stuff. And like, what's happened this year?
My house is like, one of the bands was like, does your house look like an Amazon distribution center? And it's like, yes, it does. It's wild. I had like 9 packages the other day for one band, and they were like, sorry, shoegaze requires lots of things. That's like literally how they wrote it. So I have a shoegaze band this year for the first time. The Mexican band's avant-garde rock. Like I say they're like Devo meets Wes Anderson. They have like matching outfits, a very orchestrated, theatrical live set.
And which band is that?
That's Descartes Acant. Anyone that has come up to me and is excited about Foreign Dissent, that's the only band they really know.
Really?
Yeah, I've had like 5 people that are like, I can't believe you got that band. And I'm like, me either. Yeah, they of all the bands, they have the biggest following.
And that's what I mean about like this being punk and them being a little more, I don't even know how to articulate that correctly. It just seems like for a band like that, that's a Mexican band that's going to blend, let's say, you said Devo meets
Wes Anderson. Like they got this color palette that's...
So they have a brand. They have a vibe.
Oh, yeah.
So that is not something that not everybody, you know, like this is a truly unique show that, and that's why I like bringing this to our guys. Like, hey, if you like punk rock, this is going to be, you know, more than likely something that you're never going to see anywhere else, because these guys don't play anywhere else. It's truly a one-off.
Yeah. And let's plug everything so everybody knows where to get tickets.
Because that's the number one question. I'll get a lot of people that'll be hitting me up day of or something, and I'm like, well, you better get on this very, very quick.
Yeah, so the easiest thing is foreigndissent.com. Dissent is spelled Dissent. So foreigndissent.com. It's October 20th. That's Monday. This Monday.
All right.
At Will's Pub, which is where we always do it. Doors at 7. First band on at 7:30. Because we got 10 bands to get through, and we're trying not to have it go all night. So it's one of those things where you can come for a couple hours and see 4 bands, because the sets are really quick.
But just the opportunity to watch a band that's first time performing in our country is incredible. Like you're never going to ever experience that probably in your normal random.
And again, since these are like punk bands, the DIY sort of vibe to the whole thing is bigger. And, you know, like DeBerry Joe, other people that listen to our show that love punk music normally get to meet these bands, like talk to these bands.
The bands want to.
They do.
Like, they're making friends. Some of these bands became friends with the other bands that played at Foreign Dissent and then toured in their country because of the friendship they made at Foreign Dissent. I mean, that's common at this point now.
Yeah.
It's super cool to like cultivate something like that I didn't try to do when I first did this. I just thought it was like a wacky idea that would never work. And
Will's is such a good place for it, because it does have that, like, it's my favorite place to see a punk rock show or even a rock show. But like for punk rock, come on, man. Will's is it.
It's the best.
It's
the best.
It's where you go here. So to have all of that in like almost like this weird like pen pal style vibe where these people are like, hey, let's keep in touch. You're like, I don't know. I think it's really cool.
So Craig, we've been joking around about our beer fest coming up November 22nd, that it's free. And then when me and Daniel stop doing this, no one else is going to carry on the tradition of doing a free beer fest, because they're going to be like, why would I do this?
Well, the work
there's
that
no
you
money
do.
in it.
The work that TC
so
does.
Much,
and Tracy have been sun up to sundown, like even before we record the show, which is like the fun part. You know, before he's sitting at the desk, you know, hammering emails, reaching out to people. I mean, how much of that are you doing?
Well, I know we've said this before, but when you stop doing this, do you think someone else is going to be? Because I feel like this is going to be lost, right?
Yeah, I mean, are you forecasting my death? Like,
no, I'm just saying.
I'll do this till I die. Like
Yeah.
that's how I feel. Like if maybe I can outlive Fest, it'll end when Fest ends, or I'm dead.
Okay.
That's my feeling about it. This gives back so much to me. I really enjoy it's super validating experience to do something that's so meaningful for these bands. They really appreciate it, and that like is totally fulfilling to me. So I'll keep doing it. And yes, the hustle for me is nonstop. I'm pretty obsessive about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe to a fault. I
well,
probably
thank you
drive
for
some
reaching
people
out early
crazy.
too. I love it when we get his email. I'm like, hell yeah, Craig's still doing it. I'm like, all right.
Is anybody else doing this in any other like parts of the country that you know of? Like,
didn't we try to get that going?
No.
Didn't we talk about that last time? I think we said like this should be.
Yeah, you were like it should franchise it.
Well, I also were like then I've been thinking about that. Let's clarify that idea. Maybe a small tour or something, because you said something and I want to circle back to it. When he says it dies with Fest, you understand the reason that is because these bands are they're coming for Fest to you know, that's the only way they can prop themselves up
because
for
they've dreamed of playing Fest, right? These bands, for the large part, they've always wanted to play Fest because it's just considered one of the quintessential
iconic
punk rock. Yeah. And so if that wasn't happening, there's no way I could do this. Not just coming over to do a run in Florida, right?
Yeah.
But
let's just zip you guys over from Japan.
Yeah, no problem.
Do one show, they're back to Japan.
Yeah, like these bands get paid out of the door. That's what they get. There's no guarantee. Even like the Mexican band, I thought for sure they'd be like, sorry, no guarantee, we're not doing it. So like they're open to doing like a very DIY thing, which is super cool. I think says a lot about them as a band that's toured the U.S. before with some success. But like the hustle is essential. And you mentioned the idea of other people doing it. Several years ago, I realized to help these bands out, I need to find them other shows because this is on Monday. Fest doesn't start till Friday. What are they doing in between? And so I started to cultivate relationships with other promoters in Florida. So there's a guy in Vero. I think this year is International Invasion #4. For him. So Joe and Vero
loosely inspired by you.
No, fully inspired.
I love this.
It's bands coming from foreign Dissent going to Vero on Tuesday. So if you're listening from Vero and you don't want to drive, I mean, hell, do both. But Vero's got, I don't know how many he's got this year. And
this is awesome.
Yeah, super cool. I was so thrilled.
It helps the listeners too, because then it like cultivates this like international music. Yeah, I love this is a great idea, man.
Yeah, there's a whole route that happens. Tampa's got a pre-fest, St. Augustine, and they'll all of those shows have some foreign bands. But Vero's the only one that does all foreign, like mine.
Do all these bands speak English, or do you have to deal with...
Here's the wild thing. So I have 10 bands. One of them sings in a language other than English, and that's Yermanar. They're from Chile, and so they sing in Spanish. All the other bands' lyrics are in English.
And that's I seen what you done to our Super Bowl. Sorry.
Yeah, accurate.
It's just the beard. Sometimes I yell these things because of my beard and my hair now. I just yell these wild things. It's like a ghost inside my body.
Yeah, heard. So yeah, sometimes their lyrics make more sense than trying to talk to them in person.
Okay.
So their speaking English isn't always as good.
Yeah.
I tried to get Bad Bunny, but then someone told me he's from Puerto Rico, so he didn't qualify.
Sorry,
actually, he had hit me up, and I was like, "Sorry, man, doesn't qualify."
Yeah, too American. Get the hell out of here, man.
How interesting is that? You're like, you sing better in English than you speak it.
I mean, you have time to do that, right?
Like, it makes sense.
They're on Google Translate,
of course.
probably.
No, but you're learning the song, not necessarily the exact language. You're like you know what I'm saying? So you can sing in English, and they may not be able to speak in English very well, which is pretty interesting.
Singing has always been something that, because I sing and my mom sang, and I like singing, that it's always blown my mind of how it translates easily in different ways, meaning like I know Spanish friends of mine that can sing in perfect English, but they still have an accent.
Of course.
But like Mel Tillis, the country singer, had a horrible speech impediment and a stutter. So they would, like, when they're doing all of the segments for comedy, they would make him stutter for these bits, and it was terrible. Like, he couldn't even, like, get the words out. But then you get him to sing, he's got the most beautiful voice with zero stutter whatsoever. I don't know. It's weird.
But you
Crazy.
also, like, I could learn a song in Spanish and not understand what sounds I'm saying.
Oh, I've done it with Latin and Italian, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can get through it just by, matching the sounds you're supposed to do and not even comprehend what you're saying.
I'll be in my car singing along to a song in German being like, what am I saying?
Oh,
I don't even know.
Be careful. Yeah, be careful with that one.
Yeah. Also, the Spanish part of the Sublime songs, I sing them all the time and have no idea what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I know what they're about, and it's about...
I knew what muñeca meant because they used to call me that.
What's that mean? Got boobies?
No,
little boobies.
A doll. It's because they call me the little white doll. And,
that was your basketball name. When he's playing basketball.
I was in middle school.
Thomas, the little white doll van. And at point guard for Kendall Elementary School, it's Thomas, little white doll van.
Yeah, so like my neighbor's Spanish grandma called me.
Like a little white doll.
Because I have blonde hair and blue eyes, and they're like, "What?
You look like a ghost. This ghost is stealing all my taquitos. Get out of here."
So Craig, now is is there any relaxing because everything's set in place already, or is it crazy up until game day?
It's crazy for me until I'm like 2 drinks in Monday night.
Okay, all right.
That, like seriously, right now I'm working still this week. At least Monday, I start to have the whole week off work.
Let him off, for the love of God, for his passion project. God,
it's okay. I'm surviving, but
Okay.
this is occupying so much time on my brain all year. I mean, because I start booking bands at the end of January. So, like, the lead time for them to figure it out and plan.
And travel's still their hardest is getting the money to get over here, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because they have to treat it like
is
a
it
holiday.
worse now because of, like, a lot of the, to steal your phrase, the mucky muck out there and, in Moneyland, the economy is different. Has it increased this year, or is it about the same?
I mean, I have more bands than ever before, so I guess I'd argue like they're trying to figure it out. I think the political climate scares the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So there's that. But other than that, they come over for a holiday. One of the guys, he's at the theme parks right now celebrating his anniversary with his wife.
Nice.
All these
Stardust
band members.
Racers is back open.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's back open.
You should run a special on Bud Ice just as a joke.
I love Bud Ice. I'll stick up for Bud Ice.
The only ice thing I can think of.
It's the only Bud I won't shoot with a gun either. I'm just joking around.
Next Monday, Will's Pub, Foreign Dissent. You can get your tickets at foreigndescent.com, correct?
Yes.
Tons of people singing your praises. I know people in the chat room that are already going. Billy Kidd says, Foreign Dissent is a do not miss show.
Yeah.
Billy's so awesome. Billy's been a super, super supportive person of Foreign Dissent for years, and that's so cool. Like,
I love that we have our lifers that mention your show. Like, you're the type of guest that before you even come over, like, they'll be like, hey, Foreign Dissent's coming up. We're going to get to see Craig. Like, you have a lot of loyalty to this event, man, and I'm proud of you and how big you've gotten this. It's freaking amazing, man.
Well, thank you.
Well, Craig, thanks for coming in. Again, Monday, Will's Pub, foreigndescent.com. Get your tickets. Be involved in a super unique experience where you watch bands, some of the bands that never even played in the United States.
First time ever.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, be a part of their history. For some of these bands, they may not make it back.
Yeah, this could be their only time ever playing in the United States.
Especially if you're a little band that's super creative or niche. I mean, come on, man. This may be your only time to grace the stage.
For sure. It's funny you mention that. There's a band that just announced on Facebook today that they're reuniting. They played Foreign Dissent 1. I don't know if they've played shows since then. So that was 2014. They just got back together. I was like, that's so cool. Like,
wow.
I didn't even know that was a thing. So, it's I love it. October 20th, Will's Pub, 7 p.m.
Happy 10th,
See you
man.
there. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Guys,
we will see you tomorrow.
Perfect, man. Awesome. That was really good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Thank you for doing that. And the reaction, it gets bigger every year, but thank you, chat room, I don't think he's going to have any problem with this show. Because you got a lot of people talking about that.
Kenneth, he's one of my direct reports.
Oh, that's cool. I was going to say, you got a lot of
He's
people
on my
in there
team.
chatting around.
Yeah, I shared it right before I came on here.
Man, thank you for always getting in touch with us. See you again next year.
It means a lot.
I'm going to try to make it to this one because I've been going to more shows. Because you hit it right. I can get my scooter. I can hit up the wheels. I can slide in for a beer and a couple of bands and then slide out.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Have a good rest of your day, man, and thank you again for the stuff. Anytime, man. We'll see you next year, or I'll see you at the event.
Dude, good luck with everything. Thank you. And anytime you ever want to come in, you're welcome to.
Maybe we'll talk about Tottenham having a good season.
Or we could talk about football when the sportscaster lady called it the Tottenham Hot Stepper Stadium.
I love it. I can talk about the Steelers too.
Okay, all right, fair. Tom is makes the Steelers make him mad. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Zach, is there any
How are you, Zach?
any particular science news you want to go over, just so I can?
Well, we haven't talked about life on Mars yet.
Okay.
Together, but we're obviously going to talk
do
about YP and just stuff in general.
Hello, Jeff. Sorry, guys.
No worries. No, absolutely
I
no
hate
problem.
making people wait.
That's okay. I mean, I'd rather wait here than 90% of the other places I'm waiting.
Well, you could have played pinball too, just not during the segments. But
no worries.
If that thing where, you know what, we need a pinball machine that has a foam ball.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Right? No one's ever done that before. And that is the best machine we've ever had. That is a really good one.
I'm probably going to move.
That's fine.
Move Craig's to tomorrow.
Okay.
Just so we can air this tonight.
So that would make more sense.
Yeah, just you know.
That works for
Yeah,
me.
you know,
back.
we have our big Halloween fundraiser, so that's
we
the
have
thing that we want to chat about, but we are also happy to discuss anything
Yeah, the
you guys want to do.
OSC After Dark,
Yes.
Halloween party, October 25th. I got everything.
hold on, guys. It wouldn't be this is like officially Monday. It wouldn't be a Monday if my cameras didn't misbehave.
Open bar all night.
What have you done, Jeff?
I don't know.
An
It's
open
like
bar all night?
Yeah, we're going crazy.
What have you done?
Well, you know what? Science is always better with an open bar.
Well, you know what's funny is that I was going to talk. That's the first thing I was going to talk about. You guys are doing something that you're doing the Tom and Dan, which is where you just hit it head on. You're like, you talked, we're listening. Yeah, you got to do that, man. That's like people complain about drink lines. Well, guess what? No more drink lines now. That's called the Tom. He's like, there's no chairs. Get all the chairs.
Yeah.
Fill this place. All right. Mr. Van, would you like to begin?
Sure.
All right. Everybody's on. Zach, can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
All right.
Okay,
Jeff.
test. Yep.
Boom. Everything is working. Can't believe it. All right, Mr. Van. So we're going to move this one somewhere.
This will probably be Tuesday. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's fine. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. We've got Jeff and Zach here from the Orlando Science Center.
Hey.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Good, thank you.
Fantastic.
We've got a big Halloween party coming up, OSC After Dark.
Yes.
It's October 25th. This is, you're not going to want to miss this because I saw there's an open bar right there.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
the first thing you see on
cut
the
to the
flyer.
chase.
Weird.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
flyer it just says open bar real big. It's like, oh, open bar. I was like, hello.
Yeah, you know, most of the time at Orlando Science Center, we are focused on families or activities with kids or teens, but we do adult events as well. And OSC After Dark is our grown-up Halloween party. It is hosted by the Young Professionals for OSC. That's a group of folks 25 to 45, and it's a networking group that
I
does
can't be in this group,
fundraising
Tom.
for
Too
us.
old. Back to you.
They're pretty
Take that.
flexible.
Yeah. I knew he'd love that. So I
Yeah.
just
They're flexible.
I want to point that out, Tom.
This is my wheelhouse.
You can be in this group.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Is it the young part or the professional part that you're struggling with?
Why you do that to me, Jeff?
Yeah. I'll talk to you later, Jeff, about how my wife's been talking about my beard and hair. We're going to have a discussion.
Yeah.
Zach knows. I'm a fist bump Zach.
Yeah, I did just do the professional shave.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, but you're growing your hair
Oh,
out
the
now.
hair's hipping up.
Yeah.
But this is a fundraiser that helps support Orlando Science Center.
Yes.
The YPs pull that together. It's a great night where we turn the Science Center over to grown-ups, but it's a full-on Halloween party, costumes, karaoke, dance floor, all kinds of crazy stuff, and it all goes back to help support our mission to inspire science learning for all.
Yeah, this is you
Costumes
guys got
and
a
courage.
lot of stuff on here.
Costume contest.
Yeah, you got food. You got you can explore all the exhibits, Monster Mash and the Dino Digs with the DJ dancing. That's pretty cool.
See, I like going to parties where there's something to do. I used to go to, if you're familiar with Jim Colbert, He's on Real Radio as well.
I'm not familiar.
He used to have these Halloween parties, and they'd be at his house, and it's fine. But the problem is,
you put a JBL boombox in the corner. You put on some spooky music. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing to do with this place.
Exactly.
Where's your gosh darn? I edited that. Where's your gosh darn craft station?
Yeah, I show up at, like, okay, we're all dressed, but I'm just at some sort of 4-2 in Maitland.
Yeah.
hanging out in the kitchen.
Yeah. Just standing there. I moved to the living room.
Talking about the World Series.
And this guy doesn't
small
even put
talking
out
your neighbors.
He didn't even put out any Halloween towels in the guest bathroom.
Yeah. Then I'm just wandering around. Then your dirty laundry. I look inside your bedroom, and your wife had thrown all
I see your wife's negligee. I saw it.
So I'm like, what is there to do? Okay, you got the TV on, or like watch TV. Like, go to the science center where there's actually things to do. You wander around the whole science center. It's like you're actually exploring the science center for real, but you have open bar, and then you're walking around. There's always stuff to do instead of having to stand and look at Jimmy's negligee.
2 words. Maybe it was his. I don't know. 2 words. Curtis Earth.
Yes, Curtis Earth
you got the
is
big dog.
doing our trivia. We have arrived. We got Curtis Earth doing trivia.
You know, Curtis Earth, I mean, those of you that listen to me talk about the current seafood counter, he does a lot of trivia for them.
Trivia legend.
He's the guy. Like in Orlando, if you were going to do trivia on Halloween, it's like at a Halloween event, Curtis Earth is the only guy you think of. And I love Curtis, so you got that going on. And then there's the pumpkin picking challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Where you build a device to rescue stolen pumpkins. So many jokes that I won't be making.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this pumpkin stealing device.
Yeah, so the pumpkin picking challenge is happening in the Hive, the makerspace we talked about last time.
Yeah.
And you're basically building a contraption because an evil skeleton called Skeletoni stole all the pumpkins. And so there's going to be a bunch of adults.
Skeletoni used to set up our cruises.
Yeah, well, Skeletoni has gone down a dark path, and he's now stealing all the pumpkins. And it's right before Halloween. We got to get the pumpkins back.
Yeah.
So all about that engineering design process. And
I like
pumpkins.
This is way better than talking to Jimmy's neighbor in his kitchen about Tylenol.
That'll suck the life out of you, man.
And then I'm like, well, where should I go now? I've been everywhere this place has to offer.
I have to tell Jimmy, I'm like, okay, I guess
I got nowhere to go.
Example number 26 of why Lee Greenwood's too old to do the halftime show, Jimmy.
You're going to walk into your dimly lit pool patio.
What are you doing out here?
Mildew. Anyway.
No mildew at the Science Center. I'll put that in the next email.
So Zach, let's talk Mars here.
Let's talk Mars.
Okay, because there's been...
Oh, great. Tom got the business out of the way. Now he's going to slide off the science road.
And it's Mars
From
time.
mildew to Mars.
Okay,
You're on.
We're on the precipice of the greatest discovery in my entire lifetime.
And that's coming from a man who doesn't know what precipice is.
Yeah.
That's how big of a deal this is.
Yeah, I always think of some sort of cliff.
Yeah.
Is it a tiny little cliff? I mentioned standing on the...
Do you want me to get the exact?
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll continue. We'll continue. You should have never said that.
Is that when you have a medical problem?
No.
That's a priapism. I'll have to turn Jeff's camera off legally. All right, let's continue.
I apologize.
This guy's all over the place.
Back to Mars. So let's tell me about Mars and the greatest discovery.
Yeah,
in
of course.
history.
So the Perseverance rover has been roaming around Mars for a few years at this point, and basically the only reason it is there in the Jezero crater, this ancient crater site, is actually just using geography. We're able to tell that there was running, flowing water at one point on Mars in this exact area. And so basically the Perseverance rover is going up and it's picking out rock samples. It just drills a little rock core out of the ground and it's able to have all of the different instruments to analyze the chemical makeup of those rocks.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so the chemical makeup of some of the rocks that they've discovered and analyzed show a little leopard spots on them. These are sedimentary rocks that are just basically in the delta of a river. And basically what they have found that this specific rock formation has organic molecules in it.
With the leopard print.
Yeah, these little leopard prints formation have a certain chemical compound that is only produced organically through life.
This just shows that Jackie Siegel, the Queen of Versailles, was on Mars.
Yeah, so probably
loves that leopard print.
Yeah,
she loves it. She loves it.
Yeah,
Shout out to her. We're gonna get her on the show with Savannah. Shout out to her.
Yeah, exactly. So like this rock formation can only have been formed by organic material, organic life. Basically tiny little molecules, ancient, like this isn't living life on Mars right now, right? This is, billions of years ago, ancient life could have existed on Mars. This is the only way that we know with our current scientific understanding of how this formation could have formed, right? And so basically NASA sent out this information to the world, and they said, hey, we've gone through all of our research, we've gone through all of our stuff. This is the only conclusion we can come up with. Tell us we're wrong. Figure it out. Prove us wrong, because right now we think that we found life on Mars.
And this happened a little bit ago, so the information's out there. No one has jumped
forward.
So
so far
and said,
no one has immediately raised their hand and go, actually NASA, you're wrong, right? So far so good. This is going to take time, right? This is going to be a long scientific review. The journal has been posted. It could take up to a few years still for people to collect enough evidence, do enough analysis. This core was picked and started to be analyzed 2 years ago. This pictures that were released to the public a year ago. Like, it takes a long time for this such a detailed scientific process, but right now that's what we got.
I'm going to go ahead and announce it right now.
Let's do it.
Here,
the first
Tom and Dan official announcement.
That is enough evidence for me.
We're qualified.
That is proof of life on another planet.
Yeah.
And we found it, and I think all scientists.
You mean me and you, right?
Well, I'm just saying humanity
have
found proof of life on another planet, which really should be the greatest discovery of all time, and there should be more news.
All of astronomy and astrophysics, basically every single space scientist, the only thing they think about is, oh, what if there's life somewhere else?
I don't know, man.
All of it is like spectroscopy. Every form of astronomy is, what if there was life on a different rock?
Yes.
And we found one.
And you know what's more impressive to me? Making myself fly around on Sora 2 in front of a Ring camera doorbell, and then I look into the camera and I'm like, I'm geeked. I'm geeked. That's what you say. I don't know how to get it to stop saying I'm geeked, and I don't even know what that means.
So, do you think, Zach, that the reason why this hasn't been bigger news, because some people probably are hearing about this for the first time, right? And
Sure.
And
I would imagine they're trying to disprove it, right? Wouldn't you love to be that guy?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of space agencies, they're not necessarily trying to disprove it, but
add to.
They want to be a part of that process, and it is important to be a part of that process. If it is wrong, it is equally important to disprove it, but it's also important to validate it.
Does this
and
open
add
up
your credit to
a
it.
lot of like yes and in that, like, so now that this is as close as we can get to like proof, like now everybody else is like, well, we're going to take that and just bounce off of it and just keep going.
Well, like, I think a really important thing for science discovery is to get the funding for that science discovery. And so saying, hey, there is something there, it's worth investing in finding more, really revalidating that information over and over again to make it foolproof. Without a doubt, this is fact. We can say that now.
That's
and
exciting.
It's going to take more time, but we have the inspiration to do it now.
Yeah. And now, like, I would imagine that because you have that, it'd be easier to get funding for things because it's like, well, look down this path.
All of a sudden, the Artemis missions to get to the moon, because that's the next step to get to Mars, is so more impactful. And getting boots on the ground on a foreign planet, all of a sudden sounds a lot more worth it when we have really interesting science things to explore with those humans.
Kind of swings me on board with the whole Space Force name too, a little bit. You know, like I'm like, well, it looks like that's where we're heading. Let's go, Space Force.
Zach, do you think it's because people want something more?
A deity?
Well, they want some sort of like something more than a single cell.
They want a dino fossil. Like they want the Martian Rex.
For
sure.
Oh, Martian Rex! Can you imagine what would happen on Earth if we found a crashed out spaceship?
It would be monumental to find something like that. But the first signs of life here on Earth were those single cell organisms. Those first signs of life that we found on Mars. It's not impossible to find that. Pretty unlikely. But, you know, it isn't as eye-catching as digging in your backyard and there is a fossilized velociraptor or anything else, you know?
Yeah, or anything fossilized in Mars that we could look at and say, like, oh, yeah, that's the fossil of life. And
that looks like this animal here on Earth. Like, wow, it's so similar. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a little blob. It's a little leopard print in a rock that is like nanometers across.
But that's what Earth was comprised. The first life on Earth was, algae and the single cells. Ocean Earth and like it's been millions and millions of years without anything that was just blobs.
Yeah,
and that's I think most people can't even, and especially me, can't comprehend the amount of time evolution takes to go from blob to velociraptor.
Or little green men in the classic Martian.
Well, I know I'm at blob now, so I don't know how much longer I got to go.
It's millions and millions of years to get there.
Hang in there, man.
I'm trying.
The fact that Mars basically died long ago because it only had one core, and the core basically stopped. It cooled.
It cooled it,
and then
hardened.
and then essentially it killed Mars and became a dead planet. But what was happening when it did have a core and had water? That's what we're trying to figure out. How much evolution could have happened.
Finding the evidence that leads to how far in that journey did they go before they took a different route.
We just dig down and we find these items that look like Martian communicators. Oh, was that a modern day phone? And on it is all social media. It killed the whole civilization they had.
You never know.
There's a better than good chance that it never got past blob, right?
For sure.
And it never got past single cell.
I never pass up a blob. I'll tell you that.
Well, it just took. I mean, it would take so much.
It takes so much longer to get two blobs to come together to be a slightly bigger blob, and then those slightly bigger blobs become whales, right? And so it's like it takes a long time for this process to happen.
Are you describing our beer fest?
Does everything have to be a joke to you?
This guy's gonna start slapping me around.
I'm talking science with Zach.
No, I'm safe with. If Jeff's here, I'm very safe because Jeff won't let anybody hurt me. But as soon as these guys leave, this guy's gonna go ham on me. He's gonna go crazy on me. Why is everything a joke to you, you idiot?
So, Zach, do you think also it's not a bigger story because most of the scientific community already knew they were going to find organic material eventually because the fact there was water, and we've known there was water on Mars for a while, and then there's water, there's something organic probably we're going to find, right?
Yeah, it definitely like the confirmation bias of like we already kind of knew that we definitely knew that there was water, and where there's water there's usually life. That's very common here on Earth. You can have a little pond in the middle of an asphalt street and there's going to be microbes in that water at some point, right? So it's like it's pretty much so that confirmation bias, everyone in the know kind of already knows. Everyone not in the know is like, okay, cool, you found a blob.
Gotcha.
And so it's not as like headline exciting, but like the people in the know, trust me, are so excited. All of my coworkers at work, when this was coming out, they were like geeking out about it. Yeah. They're the ones flying around their ring can going geeks, right?
Yeah.
Like they're going
the chat
crazy.
room's doing it too. Like, no, all jokes aside, the chat room legitimately was happy to see you guys because this is a very significant discovery.
Yeah, like,
but this happened a month ago or 2 months ago. Wasn't it like this is a while?
I want to say it was like 3 months ago or so because we did flag it to talk to you guys, and then I think we talked about something.
The official press conference I think was about like 6-7 weeks ago, but it's just an interesting discovery that is changing the way we look at space travel and all our space exploration, because we've now confirmed that what we're doing is worth it. We've confirmed James Webb is worth it. We've confirmed Nancy Roman's worth it. Europa Clipper is worth it. All of these other things that we're doing with the goal of finding life on places that we believe have water, like Europa or Ganymede.
It's like a huge sigh of relief. Right?
Yeah, it's like okay, what we're doing makes sense. We found something. Like the instruments we're putting on these rovers, the things we're putting on these satellites work because we found it.
And they assumed like if there's water here, most likely what makes planet Earth anything special than any other planet of the space, and like so everybody assumed it, but this is the first actual proof, and of course it still has to be vetted by the world
for a long time.
A while.
For a long time.
Science.
Detailed
That's
vetting.
a part of science I know
you hate that part.
I like seeing it and be like live. It's like 100%
the
live.
last step that has to become repeatable and blah blah blah. But all of the other parts it's you doing and it's a lot of fun. But that validation part is truly the thing that makes it fact, not theory.
Sometimes I wonder too, because I know how funding works, and I know how you're robbing money from different places to pay for other things and stuff like that. Once something like this happens, there were also people on the other side that were like, "Oh no," because we're going to start sinking money all into this because it is validated now, and it's like all foot on the pedal now, man. We're going,
If I was president, I'd just let my friends come say whatever cockamamie thing to the world. And I'm like, he's right.
Look at this guy. Is he good?
So anything else, Zach, that's gone on recently that you want to talk about? I saw that. I know that they want to, they've been wanting to for a while, but actually send people to the moon. I think it would just be a big publicity stunt.
That's
of
what
like,
it seems like.
So do that. We know what it is, and we know what the moon is. There's nothing to discover there, but it's like just sending people there would be a huge publicity stunt, which the world would watch. I'm sure. You know?
Sure, yeah. So the Artemis missions are that next step in that space travel and our lunar missions to Mars. We're basically trying to land on that southern pole of the moon. There's a deep crater there, and there's actually at the bottom of the crater where no sunlight reaches ever. Anytime the moon is rotating around, because it's so deep and it's on the exact southern point, it does not point towards the sun. And it's really interesting just because there could be ice there. Just as a test run, basically Artemis is setting up our next step going to Mars, right? We've perfected going to the moon. We did it a long time ago. It was awesome. Then we kind of never did it again for 45 years. All of us weren't those people who went to the moon, so we kind of have to rediscover that process all over again with our modern technology, and then we can use that to keep going deeper and further into space. And that's what the Artemis mission is. It's to make the next mission Mars and make that feasible.
Zach, I still know people to this day, and they'll tell me, like, you believe we went to the moon? You are an idiot.
Oh, so Brother Kevin.
And
our very good friend, SBK, he does not believe in the moon landing.
They'll be so mad that I believe that we went to the moon that I start getting afraid that I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Because they're so mad at me that I believe it. I'm like,
confident mad.
I'm like, well, I let me check the evidence again. Like, maybe I don't know. I don't know.
The same people who think the moon landing is fake are the same people who complain that CGI in movies nowadays is bad. What do you think CGI looked like in 1969 for the moon landing to look good? Like, for it to look that good and have all of the physics engines run perfectly correct on computers that are less powerful than the phone in my pocket is absurd. The moon landing's fully real. We left stuff there. There's satellite. There's mirrors. There's flags. There's
we can shoot a laser to these mirrors.
Sure.
And then
that's a whole thing.
It's a thing that we do.
It's a proof thing. It's probably done daily.
And globally, the scientists they all agree. Like, yes.
There are still universal science truths. Absolutely. It's just harder to find.
Yeah. Another thing to point out. It's like NASA said, "Hey, we found life on Mars. Tell us if we're wrong or not." Do you think any other agency that wasn't NASA would love to be the people to prove that NASA didn't make it to the moon? Like,
exactly.
No, they want that so bad.
Yeah, they want that so bad. So it's like, we went to the moon. To prove the moon landing wrong. So it's like, if it's been 60 years since the moon landing happened, we would have known if it was faked by now.
Oh, yeah. Like, Putin for sure will be like, make those American scientists look stupid. Prove that this is not real. They're like, oh, God, it's real.
How dumb they are.
Yeah. Also, like, the world is a lot cooler of a place when you think that these scientific possibilities have been achieved. Like, it's just a more fun place to live in when we're not challenging
what if I
all
don't
those
want
kinds of things.
fun?
You should be skeptical
anger.
and you should have that knowledge of self-discovery, but we're pretty cool. Humans are awesome. We've done cool things. We've been to the moon.
Now, answer this question, Zach.
Quiz, hot shot.
So, all right, proof of life on the moon. On the Mars. Let's just say it is they've had enough time. Other scientists tried to disprove it. They can't. So okay, the life, right? It was in the ocean and some water on Mars, right? That means there's life all over the universe. It has to be. Just like on Earth and then Mars. I mean, there's trillions.
Right? Yeah, Europa. Ganymede,
billions of planets that are close enough to their star that can inhabit life and water and everything you need or whatever. Why haven't we seen anybody?
So,
it's the peril. No one ever got far enough, right? It's all been annihilated.
For sure, a conversation that's basically what you're leading towards is it's called the Fermi paradox. It's why have we not discovered aliens? Why have aliens not discovered us yet? Right? We're out there looking for aliens. Why haven't a more advanced civilization found us? There's a few different answers.
Maybe they did, but much like insects, I'm not interested in them. I leave them alone.
Yeah, that's one of the answers for sure. A little scarier of an answer is like, well, look, these people, they haven't even been able to reach a civilization that has only clean energy, or they're not a civilization that only speaks one language. Like,
they still have cancer?
Yeah, exactly. Like all of those different kinds of things. Or it's the universe isn't old enough yet, right? Like as stars go supernova and they explode, that's how the heaviest metals are created. Things like gold, things like uranium and things like this. Right,
Sepultura.
exactly, titanium. So like these heavier metals
naming
are
bands.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just kind of moving on. But all of these heavier metals are only after a star explodes. And we're only in like our 3rd generation of like these blue supergiants and things like that. Red dwarfs, some of these red dwarfs that are still out there existed as they were the first generations of stars formed, and they will exist for trillions of more years. So one of the answers is the universe isn't old enough to have enough of that heavier material in order for intelligent life to even form and gather enough raw materials to go out into space.
And that's crazy because you're like 14.5 billion years could just be a blink of the eye of the entire
of the whole timeline.
Yeah, exactly. And then you talk about trillions.
Yeah.
And now like billions is like 14.5 billion. A trillion is so insanely more. Like we're the very beginning of the universe. So like and another 14 or 30 or 100 billion years, then now the entire universe is teeming with life.
Exactly.
And the people that made it past their own star and were able to explore galaxies and populated, now we're to future Star Wars. Like that could be in 100 billion years, Star Wars could be a reality.
Yeah.
Right? Zach?
That's exactly correct. Yeah, we could end up in that time frame where there is enough of that time for that advancement to form, and there's enough heavier materials that your starting rock, like every form of life would have that same start of just your rock that you're on currently. And if your rock doesn't have the starting materials for you to advance far enough, you're not going to advance far enough.
I mean, there's a reason that China and the U.S. and Space Force and star mining or planet mining comes up on my my science news feed all the time. I mean, that is the area that people are...
I mean, even thinking about the plot of Star Wars, it was a mining dispute because one planet had more materials than another planet. And, like, that is a real thing.
That's a real
There
thing.
is more metals here on Earth than there are on maybe a different solar system far, far away. And that's going to be a point of contention, right? Like we if you don't have the starting materials, you're not going to be able to get off of your rock. Period.
But think about an alien. They're looking at us. They're like, we still value gold, a meaningless metal. It's just shiny yellow.
100%. We don't even know what the furthest extent of this is yet. Like, it's only going to get heavier and heavier, and it might be more important, more precious, more usable.
They're just at the point where Daniel can make AI videos of himself farming a bunch of Westie dogs. That's the peak of our
that's pretty dumb.
Technology.
Also, I come from a very long line of red dwarfs and we all burn out around 66 years of age. Like, all of us. Yeah, it's real sad.
All right, OSC After Dark again, October 25th. And get your tickets at OSC.org.
Get the tickets OSC.org. This is a fundraiser for Orlando Science Center. It's a $50 ticket, which includes the open bar, costume contest, trivia, dancing, telescopes, exhibits, live shows. Zach's team's going to be there doing some awesome science shows and activities in the Hive. It's going to be a really good night, all for a really good cause. Again, $50.
Yeah, and it really helps out the Science Center, guys. This is one of the bigger, if not the biggest. And I know that you love it when people come out there and really help to support,
And
we're very lucky to have our Science Center.
Don't end up at Jim Colbert's Halloween party. Where you're
dressed as a crocodile hunter.
You're in his living room talking to someone with a Denver Broncos jersey about the...
Who are you? I'm Bo Nix.
About them trying to convince you we didn't land on the moon. Because that's what will happen at Jim Colbert's Halloween party. Go to the Science Center. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Appreciate you guys. Good seeing you.
And we will see you tomorrow.